Sweet.
And we are live in effect. The live effect. They want effect.
Lottie.
Dottie.
Lottie Dottie.
We like to party.
We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody.
Well, sometimes, but you know.
We know South. You know how South London get down.
Promote the coins without the hype. And if you like cryptocurrency, Musicoin is right.
Oh no, I gotta change this. Something happened with my title. Something happened with the title. Oh no, it's not. It's right.
Title is vital to survival. Play my music on Musicoin is what I do. Right now, you on YouTube and I'm on my tube.
Peace and love, everybody. We just coming in. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit that like button right now. Let's get to sharing this.
MC Plays. MC Plays. Search for MC Plays on DTube and YouTube.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I see y'all rolling in.
I see y'all rolling.
You guys need the link? Everybody got it?
Got to post this on IG.
Post it on IG. We sharing. Everybody share. MC Plays is back for another episode. Episode 3. We got some highlights. We got a special guest in the building. Let's let all the viewers come in, all of the Musicoin community that always come through and show love. Let them start showing up. Let me go ahead and share this in the Slack.
Slack attack.
Here we go. So we just sharing. We sharing right now. You got Self-Suffice doing movie face exercises. Actor face exercises.
Yeah, wow. God, don't do that. As my grandma used to say, the wind will change and you stay like that. Yeah. Be careful.
Right. Let's go, everybody. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's keep the likes like 100%.
All right, let's go.
Show love. Show your love. Show your love. And we is in here now. All right. Few updates that we want to go ahead and give the people on MC Plays. Make sure when you get this info right now, especially about the Volareo, we talked about we had a great interview with the co-founder of the Volareo smart speaker last week. So make sure you go check out that full.
Yeah, he was a cool guy, Nick. He was a cool guy.
That was a fun interview. I'm talking about it was high energy.
Volareo. Yeah.
Shout out to Pamela Hoot.
What up, Pamela?
Pam in the chat.
Did you just say Pamela?
Pamela. Pamela.
What name do you actually pronounce?
Pamela.
I gotta say, Pamela. Pamela, congratulations. Congratulations on the football, because France just won the World Cup. So I don't know if Pamela's like a football fan or not.
No hard feelings, eh?
Yeah, well, we lost on Wednesday, so but yeah, I was hoping for that dream France-England final, but yeah, I don't know if Pamela's drinking the champagne already. But maybe she's drunk already.
Said, ha, yes.
Who's more classy, England or France?
Oh, well, do you need to ask that? Self-Suffice? Come on.
Yeah, like Americans are so unclassy. We reference both equally when we're trying to sound fancy. We'd be like Francais or England.
Allez le bleu today. All right. So yeah. Congrats to France. Croatia won lucky though. I've got to say that France, Croatia today. You two don't even know anything about this, do you? You don't even know who's in the final. You know,
No.
the whole world was watching this about 3 hours ago.
Nah, we know.
You know?
The whole
We know it's
world
big
was
over here.
watching.
Yeah, apart from big parts of America, probably. Yeah.
Pamela said she watched just like 99% of the French people.
Allez les bleus. Allez les bleus. Yeah.
99% of French people was watching this. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't know nothing about it.
The best part was they just presented the trophy to the captain of France, and it was like a massive storm in the stadium. So the president of France and Putin were just getting drenched with, like, everyone was just like, looked like they just been swimming, you know.
Wow. Now that, you know what, they do make it sound very exciting. I can tell you that every time I try to catch a game, and you know, you just get to hear.
Yeah.
Well, now, is there truth to the rumors that Donald Trump visiting England may have been a big distraction that prevented England's performance?
Well, to be honest, it was the other way. He got off easy because we'd lost in the semi-final the day before. Like, if we weren't so depressed about that, you know, there was still like 100,000 on the people on the streets of London, you know.
So you don't think he had anything to do
in all
with
sorts
that?
of different manner, you know.
It's just a conspiracy.
Yeah.
You don't think he distracted people with his arrival and threw off all their strategies?
Well, no, he arrived afterwards, mate. He arrived afterwards. So even I can't blame Trump for that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when he was on his way there, supposedly he may have collaborated with some of the Russians.
Well, he's meeting Putin tomorrow, so we'll see.
There you go.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, they're gonna be like, "Good job."
Yeah.
So in today in Musicoin's news, you know, tapping back into the Volareo smart speaker. It sold out. You know, they had a 100 speakers out for pre-order. They sold out very, very quickly. And
amazing.
They made the announcement though that there's going to be 50 more up for pre-sale. So make sure you check out this video on the Volareo. Say that again.
They're flying.
Yes. Yeah.
They can't hold them down with weights.
Yes. And just to even, you know, touch on some of the features of it, just in case you missed, you know, some of the interview last week. But there was one thing that I picked out. It said each Volareo comes with pre-loaded 500 music coins. 500 music coins you'll have preloaded already on your Volareo smart speaker, so you can tip.
That's crazy.
And used for tipping and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right
that's crazy.
So get straight to Controlled Weirdness on Musicoin and start clapping. That's all I got to say for that.
Go straight to all three of us, y'all. You heard it here first, so you gotta come. You know, show some love.
Come on.
We need some love. Yeah.
Gotta show love. You heard it here first. We want to clarify. You get 500 coins off the rip just for purchasing the smart speaker, and you can utilize it, right? Utilizing it while you're streaming and just clap like.
That means you could go to 500 different artists on your first day and just tip them if you want.
You go.
Yeah.
You go. Oh, but here's another addition to that, because, you know, of the misconception that this is just a blockchain, you know, device, and it only going to work on music.
No, it's not.
Here you go. It says that this device has both audio out and audio in, so you'll be able to plug in your phone and play your Spotify, your Apple Music, or do it via Bluetooth. And so that was some awesome. And another thing was they also open it up so you can utilize the Volareo's API to create your own dApps.
Create your own dApps.
So that, I guess that allows, you know, like other
decentralized apps, people.
So you got like other platforms like, you know, Tune and other decentralized music what do you call those, crypto platforms?
Yeah.
That can now utilize it, Volareo also. So that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy.
You can give it voice commands.
Say that again?
You could give it voice commands.
There you go. The voice commands and the 4 different languages to start off with is English, Dutch, Spanish, and French.
Yeah. One thing we didn't ask him last week, actually, is it you charge it up, do you? Is it like a phone that you charge it up so it's portable? Is that right? Because I wasn't too sure if it has a power or you can take it outside. Is that right? Or am I wrong on this? Because I can't see no like connection for the power, but
Right.
You think it takes a battery, like a lithium joint?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I will hope that it takes a the battery and you can like recharge the battery. You could charge it up. You know, and if it dies,
because it is portable.
Yeah, it's portable.
So it must be. But yeah, we should have asked him that last week. We asked him everything else. So yeah.
But that really is dope because some of these other smart speakers, it's like you just gotta leave it on your desk. So it's cool to have one you could walk around with.
Yeah.
And here we go. The price is announced. The price right here where you can pre-order is $89 or 8,900 music coins. 8,900 music coins. And
did anybody guess that?
We had everyone guess.
Who won the contest?
So let's go through our comments from last week to see who guessed right. Because we said you got to guess the right price in music coin. 8,900. So let's see last week. This is last week's episode. So we got Andrew. He guessed $99.99.
Yeah.
We got Timman.
That was close.
11,111. DJ Darkstorm guessed 14,000. German guessed 8.5, or I'm guessing.
Oh, close.
That was close. 14.5. We got 9,001.
Ooh.
We got 6,600. We got 12,999.
Wait, so the first guess so far was the closest. It was 89.89, right?
The first one was the closest one was 85.
Oh, it was 99.99.
No. 9,000 is closer.
9,000 is closer. The 9,000 and 9,001 is the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have look, 88.77.
Yeah, that's 23 out. Is that right? Yeah. That is
You literally almost won.
I know that person.
Oh.
I know that person.
Look at this one.
Wait,
what's this? What's this?
Right
900. Oh no.
Hold the screen right there. Let me take a screenshot.
Screenshot, right? Screenshot that.
Yeah, he would have been the closest if it was up to the closest.
Yeah, he would have been a winner if it was up to the closest. Yeah. But you gotta guess exact. 8,900. Somebody guessed 99.90. Then once again, 14,900, 11,400, 10,000, 7,770. A lot of people using duplicate numbers. Here's one for 8,500 again. That's Musicoin. We got I remember Hydro Helsing. We played his we played his music. He got 7,000, 39, 13,500, and someone at the end gets 50,000 music coin. Way
Yeah, they've been drinking the beer there.
So no one gets right, in the comments to actually win a free speaker. You know what I mean? But the contest actually will be. I mean, I say we should open up another one. I don't know how. I would see what they do in August because they have another announcement coming up.
Yeah.
For the opening up the Indiegogo so people could pre-order. So maybe there might be a different price in Musicoin there. They might switch it up. I don't know. What you think? I know Self-Suffice is saying we should keep it going.
I would like to, since Nick was kind enough to offer us a Volareo to one of our viewers, I think what we should do is this time is make it not just the exact price, but whoever gets closest to guessing the exact value in Musicoin of $89, what will be $89 in Musicoin 2 p.m. next Sunday? Submit your votes. What will be the equivalent of $89 in Musicoin 2 p.m. next Sunday?
Because what is it today? So make it clear, because what is it today? We you know, it's about $53, $54 at the moment. If you buy a Musicoin, it's cheaper than buying it in the dollars, yeah? At the moment, isn't it?
Yes,
so
that is key right there. If you think about it, like that is really key. If you buy this speaker right now with Musicoin at 8,900 Musicoins, you'll be spending about $54 right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna even double check that just to make sure.
And keep in mind the price is already still cut down from $149.
Yep, $53 that will be. So that's a $40 discount.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, in Musicoin. So now next week, even though this may still be 89, we're just saying guess the price of Musicoin to $89. That's what you're saying, Self-Suffice?
I'm looking it up right now to see what's the equivalent. The equivalent today.
Well, we've done that 53, 54. We checked that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the point. It changes all the time. So if you think you can guess, submit your votes, your estimates on what would be $89 in Musicoin next week.
What would be $89?
Okay.
And just to confirm, we're going to give it to the nearest. All right. So we do want to give away a speaker, don't we? We do want to give away a speaker. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So,
and according to what I just looked up, $89 in Musicoin today would be equal to 13,569.02 Musicoins. So if your guess can include the decimal points, you can get closer. If someone says 13,569 and someone says 13,659.02, guess who's gonna win? That's the fun of the game.
Yeah. Price is right. Come on down.
The price is right. The price gotta be right.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the other way around, we was asking how many dollars to Musicoin, it'd be easy because it's less numbers. But with Musicoin, you got digits, so may the best Valerian win. Volareo. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Don't lose that loving feeling. You can win.
Yeah, man. You're coming out with all the old hits tonight, Self-Suffice, you know? You getting ready for the karaoke later on, yeah?
He got that old school running through him right now.
Yeah.
You
know what else we wanted to cover today? Before we get into our interview, we got a special guest interview. Is the wallet. You know, I would say the wallet issue, but it didn't. I finally got some clarification on the wallet. You know, the desktop wallet went through a update. You know, you had to download the 1.5, and that 1.5, on that 1.5 wallet, you got a new interface, you know, and what I noticed was when you press send funds, I'll even pull up the, what it looks like, and I'll show you what it looks like. When you press send funds, it looks like this. And we're trying to figure out what was this. So it says echo, 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 echo. And a lot of people were asking questions about this. A lot of people were asking, how do I send funds when it looks like this? It's not telling me exactly what do I put in the lines. Okay, so I finally got some clarification. You know, there's going to be an update that's going to fix that. And for right now, the top is, you know, your sender address will be your address, and then the second line, let me pull back up the screen again so you can see. The top would be, you know, your sender address. The second line would be, you know, who you're sending it to. And then you'll put the amount at the third line, and then your password on the fourth line. Okay. Yeah. When you're doing it from the wallet and you click on your wallet, you know, it'll already fill in the sender line, and all you have to do is put in the receiving address that you're sending it to, and then the amount, and then, you know, your password to your desktop wallet, and it'll send the coins through. I was able to successfully send some coins from the desktop wallet. You know, that's where you know, we are holding on to, well, we held on to our food for you coins, and that's what and this was the amount that we were able to raise, just for full transparency. You know, we were able to raise 32,463 coins for 4 Unity. Clap it up. Very, 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 very excited about that. You know what I'm saying? This was just a taste of what you can do, you know, with blockchain technology, with, you know, with the community of, you know, crypto people, like the crypto community. They made the donations, they gave the tips, they pressed play.
Tips. Some people were playing it every day.
Yes.
The track was one of the most highest played songs of the month.
Yes.
On several weeks, it was the highest played song of the week, if not in the top 2 or 3.
Yes.
I mean, you talk about really, this is a great model for participation, regardless of who has money.
Yes. Talk to him. This was a great example of that. You didn't have to have no money to make a donation, you know, to a great cause, to giving back to the homeless, providing resources to people in need.
So I want to salute to you for getting this going, because a lot of times people get excited about blockchain and crypto, but we don't really see what it is. Like, there's a lot of ideas, and you've actually shown a model where you're actually now translating people listening to music and talking about something cool to actually going and feeding homeless people, like in the real world, you know, in the inner city environment, right? So I think not just for the Musicoin community, I think people in blockchain and just in modern technology in general should take note to what you did. And I'll say a source of frustration with me, like say with on platforms like Facebook, you know, so many platforms, but Facebook is one. They have built in the infrastructure where you can always donate to causes, but it's very much still within a capitalist type of system. And I mean toxic capitalism. You know, I have no problem with capitalism per se, but the kind of toxic capitalism we see a lot of times, where even when you're doing a charity donation, you get to the point where you might do one, you might do a couple, but once you've done 2 or 3 and another one pops up, you're kind of like, oh, I already did that. You know, I can't do anymore. Whereas with this model, it's like, cool, I'll put another song on my playlist for today.
Yes.
You know, it's a lot more of a cooperative form of economics and flow, instead of like, I do one thing good, I can't do something else good, which is weird. Same thing as, you know, compared to the other platforms where it's like, we're discouraging people to listen to our music, right? Where with Musicoin, we're saying, listen to our music for free, stream it as much as possible, give us feedback, all of that, the comments you leave, the plays, the tips, the comments to other people, it all contributes to an actual community environment, not just to a crypto stock going up and down like so many others. So let's just really take this moment to say, this is what it looks like in action when a blockchain project is working.
Yeah, I mean, it's direct to the source, isn't it? I guess that's another point. It's like, when it goes via charity, I mean, there's a lot of criticisms of certain charities. I mean, I'm not knocking charities, obviously, but there's some charities, they do say how much money do you give actually goes to the cause, because it gets diluted to the people working in the charity, you know, and then there's lots of amazing charities out there. But, you know, it is an industry as well. Sometimes the charities, this is going straight to the cause. There's no like diversion. It's going straight to, where's it in Hartford? Is that
Hartford,
right?
Connecticut, yes.
Yeah. So
It goes straight to them.
Straight to the streets of Hartford. No, nothing in between. So that's very positive, man. So
that's the power of the blockchain, and it really does show what we can really do to make a difference. And that was the idea. That was the idea when we come into this crypto space, there was always a lot of hype about how this blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is going to bring change and equality to the world. And I'm like, how? How, Sway? How? And let me bring the answer to that. It was like, then let me try it like this. Then if this is a great platform to use an example, this show, and like, let's try it and look at what happened. This would be over $200 that goes right into the streets of Hartford, directly to a nonprofit organization, like you said, not funded out of no other way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
oh, man, I appreciate that. I really broke that down amazingly, very eloquently.
Yeah,
wow.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. So,
and it's just the beginning.
You wanted to bring up the fact though about the differences of the wallet.
Yeah. So one thing that I got from Magooby report, shout out to Daniel. We were talking, I think at the end of the episode, and he was just mentioning, oh yeah, I just take out my money in Coinami. And Magooba is one of the major Musicoin crypto players in the space. You know what I mean? He's moving around in Holland, the Netherlands, from Volareo. He was at the South by Southwest, like
the
so
GMAs.
Yeah, man, he gotta know how to transfer the currency around.
Yes.
And when you do download the wallet, you have to wait for the different nodes to connect, just like any other cryptocurrency type thing.
Right.
And what happens is that if you use something like Coinami, which Daniel recommended to me, it's just like that. You don't have to wait for it installed. It can go right to your phone, right? You don't even have to do it to the computer. And I tried that out. I took it straight from my website address instead of going from the web to a wallet and then to exchange and then trade it out to Bitcoin and then to your Coinbase or wherever you want to take it out. What I did was I sent it straight from the website address, just like when you send money to another artist or a friend on Musicoin, you send it straight to Coinami. And it's there like in a minute. And then you can transfer it straight out to wherever you want to take the money out.
Yes. And I want to highlight why this is very important, because for people that's not used to, moving coins from one wallet to another wallet, understanding that their wallet may have to connect to the blockchain. And on top of that, even just waiting, that amount of time does slow things down. The price of the Musicoin goes up and down. You might want to sell now. You might want to buy now.
That's
but
right.
You have to wait for your wallet. And
especially with this being new to adoption, bro, like this is a theme that I feel is really important and it's going to come up. Just like we said, okay, people talk about blockchain could do this and that, but we just have an example of actually using it for charity. And actually people who are just music fans, regardless of how much money they have, being able to contribute real money through their interaction.
Yeah.
Here's another example for people who go through some of these and they code their own wallet and script and all. That's all cool, right? And it's great from a theoretical perspective. But for artists who are looking at this as a way to transfer in the premier music playing platform for streaming, they want to know they can get their money out quick, right? Yes. So it's important to know, like, you can just get your money out in a minute versus you can do all these different mechanisms, right? Like you can, but just know you don't have to. You can just go straight to something like Coinami in 1 minute and take your money out and do what you want to do with it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. To me, as a newbie to all the crypto stuff, this is the thing that is the slowest thing and hardest to work out, is actually getting the money out. I do think it needs to be so much simpler. I mean, obviously, I know there's all different factors going on here, but for the people who just come in as the casual sort of new to crypto, it needs to be loads easier. That screen that you showed with the 4 things, that's so confusing.
Yeah.
That's like, you explained it well, but even so, that's still like, really? What the fuck? Can I not just, to hit
and
the main... hit the mainstream, it's got to be push this button and it does this.
That's why what I would say, like, honestly, is just put Coinami on your phone or whatever, wherever you want to do it. Do that a couple times, like for a week or two.
Yeah.
Just until you know what I mean? And then when you're ready to explore these other things, then you know their options. But I feel like when we tell people to go to this wallet or that wallet first, that's what they think it is.
Yeah.
Because your first experience, it's like when you're a kid, you think all dads are like your dad. You don't know any better. You know what I mean? So if you just come in a Musicoin and someone tells you go to this wallet and it takes like 5 days to upload, you think that's blockchain experience, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's amazing in 2018.
And one of the things that you do want to eliminate is confusion, because if someone gets confused, it's like when I saw that screen, I said, what is this? What is this? I even named the screenshot. What is this? Like, what is this? How am I supposed to be sending the coins out? I gotta
like you gotta be a programmer to do it.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, one of the cool things about blockchain is that it does create a new type of appreciation for programmers, right? Like we know we had the robber barons and the oil magnates were like the winners of the last, you know, the last dynasty of wealth, at least in America. So it is cool to know that nerds can do these things. But let's just
last one was the internet. The last one was the internet. The ones who won were Apple and eBay and Amazon. Right. And you know why? Because they found easy solution to sell shit to people.
User friendly.
Yeah, exactly. eBay. It's a very simple idea.
Somebody said we need a PayPal option out here. You know what I'm saying? From coin to PayPal. You know what I'm saying?
Same exact concept, because for the average person who's a programmer, you know, like on an Android or a Windows computer, you can change a lot more features. But a lot of people in arts and technology prefer Apple, even though it's more restrictive, because you know exactly what you can do and what you can't do with it.
Exactly. Most people don't want to go into the settings and change the BIOS or do all these geeky sort of things.
That's
right.
Know?
Yeah, I understand the benefits of it. And, you know, I used to be a computer programmer when I left school. But, yeah, most people don't want to do that.
So you're a nerd.
Yeah, man, I'm nerd and proud. I'm a nerd and proud, you know? Yeah.
You're just like us.
We're all nerds. We're on the crypto show. What are you saying?
But yeah, it's funny. Like I got a degree in computer science, and like the one thing you learn is that there's always more to learn in terms of programming and technology. So it's no judgment on how intelligent you are, or educated. It's just like go get Coinami, right, or something like it. But go there. There's plenty of ways to just get your money out of Musicoin quickly within a minute. Do that. Know that that's possible. And then feel free to explore with other ways. And that's the difference between something like an Apple and Windows comparison. With Apple, things are easier, but you can't kind of break them up, right? And this Musicoin blockchain, you have an easy way, but you can always add layers and do it different ways later. And which brings us to the playlist. The playlist that I helped to code, the beta playlist, so that you can embed your songs on other websites, stopped working a couple weeks ago due to the changes going on in Musicoin technology. And just in this past weekend, it looks like it is working again. So to anyone who wants to try that out, you can go to rappoet.com/ well, actually, I'm gonna say this. Go to the boards. Always go to the Musicoin boards, because there's a few people who have taken my playlist technology and you can see how to use it in different ways. But go to my profile if you want to, Rap Poet, check out the playlist I posted there, and it will work now. Now, one thing you've noticed is that recently the default for Chrome, which a lot of people use Chrome, okay, whether you're on Apple, Windows, Linux, whatever, the default for Chrome is to no longer have autoplay. Now, what's a playlist without autoplay? It's nothing. It's just a list of songs. So to re-enable autoplay, I wrote down some simple instructions. Go to Chrome : // flags. Then you put Control F, autoplay, And if you don't know, Control F you can use on any website. It just means find. Control F helps you find. So you're going to Control F autoplay. And then once you see the autoplay option in Chrome flags, select no user gesture is required. So go to Chrome flags, search for autoplay, select no user gesture is required, restart your browser, and the playlist will automatically play all the way through the list, and you can shuffle it and use all those cool features. So shout out to the developers and programmers working very hard behind the scenes. They don't really have as much of a voice because they're busy improving the technology. We appreciate your work and getting the playlist working again.
Nice. All right, so let's get our special guest in the building. He's been patiently waiting on hold. You know what I'm saying? We went through all of our updates. But our special guest we have today is DJ NeverEndingStory. He's a music producer and crypto enthusiast from St. Louis, Missouri. And he also is the host of a podcast called Crypto Until Infinity on the Bitcoin Podcast Network. I want to introduce DJ NeverEndingStory onto the platform. Let me get him here to start his video. Let's see where you at. Are you there? Are you there, my brother?
Oh, he's still. I thought he fallen asleep waiting.
Oh, let me get your audio.
You went for a never-ending nap.
We can't hear your audio right now.
Never-ending intro. I think that's the thing. Yeah.
Your audio, brother. Your audio. We can't hear you.
Man.
Can you hear us?
No, he got to turn his audio on. Audio.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You could tell he was saying something fun too, because he was smiling.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
I was over here having computer issues. I was trying to troubleshoot behind the scenes. I was like, oh man.
There you go. We music people and technology people always working on our tweaking our settings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So first and foremost, we want to get started with your name. What's up with your name? It says DJ NeverEndingStory, or is it DJs
Never?
DJs NeverEndingStory. It stands for Dennis Preston Jr.'s NeverEndingStory.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mononym, and it's also possessive without the apostrophe. So DJs NeverEndingStory.
What? What?
DJs NeverEndingStory is actually short. It's a lot of syllables.
Wait, hold on. Back up, bro. Back up, bro. Can you please tell the people what a mononym, first of all, is?
So I basically got a combination of words, and I made it like one word.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people what an apostrophe is and how it's used to denote a possessive?
Man, I don't know. I think you had to go back to grammar school.
I'm a teacher and I struggle with that one. Trust me, I hate apostrophes. I just try and guess where it goes. Yeah.
But he got it in his name. If you know grammar, you know it though.
Wow.
I'm glad you cleared that up, because we didn't know if it was like the plural thing versus a possessive. We don't know if there was several DJs. If you was representing, if you have multiple personalities, if you were trying to represent a movement, DJs, which DJs, like who are you talking? Or if it was like the Shmoney dance, where it was like NeverEndingStory. You know, that's not what I mean. Not what I mean. You getting some Shmoney with Never. So it's been officially clarified. It's DJ apostrophe S. It's his NeverEndingStory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are the host of a Bitcoin or crypto podcast. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think I'm cutting out a little bit again, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Am I good?
Yep, you're good. We can hear you.
We can hear you. The picture's a bit frozen, but we can hear you.
One of my favorite albums of all time is 93 Till Infinity. So to see that you got Crypto Till Infinity, I have to ask, and I know you're from St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
So I had to ask, like, are you familiar with Hieroglyphics and one of the greatest albums of all time?
Man, you know what? Am I still here? I'm kind of cutting out a little bit.
Yeah,
Am I good?
yeah, you good.
We can hear you,
Okay.
man, but like the picture is not like moving. Its picture's frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think my picture's frozen too, but I can hear the audio going in and out.
Okay, you can reconnect.
Actually, you know, the Till Infinity. Actually, am I good?
Yeah. All right.
I think I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
The audio's coming through choppy.
Shall we get him to reconnect and come back in like 1 minute?
Yeah,
or something?
you want to try to reconnect it or?
Yeah, am I good?
Let's try and reconnect.
Yeah. Let me get him here. Try this. Back.
Yo.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely hear you.
We definitely hear you. The screen is still frozen.
Yo, how many apps you got open? DJ's Never Ending Story. Do you have DJ's Never Ending apps?
Man, I don't have anything open, man. I'm trying to figure out what it could be. I know I got a new laptop. I probably need to change some settings around. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. I'm hearing you now, though. I'm hearing you pretty well.
Yeah, I'm hearing you pretty well. You could definitely you could go if you could talk. You could talk.
But then we do know from your videos you be out in islands and beaches and waters, so it, you know, that could always be a thing too when you traveling around the globe, switching between Wi-Fi hotspots. You got to see this brother's videos, man. It's all like women on beaches and sunshine and deserts. It's like beautiful. He definitely a lot we got to talk about. This is a professional individual you're dealing with right here. He does a lot of things and he does them professionally. So let me see if we can backtrack to that question. So first of all, how did you come up with that name, Crypto Till Infinity?
All right. Yeah, I was saying, you know, the Till Infinity part, it wasn't coming from the Souls of Mischief, actually. It was actually from just kind of play on my name, you know, the never ending. And, you know, when I think of something never ending, it's infinite.
Right.
So I have my Until Infinity logo, which is basically the infinity symbol, which actually is 2 feathers. A lot of people think it's like a lion's tail, but it's actually 2 feathers, and it coincides with a tattoo. I don't know if my screen is still frozen, but I got a feather tattoo on the side of my ear, which means actually.
But if you go check the brother's videos, you'll see the logo in the beginning of each video.
Yeah, and the feather tattoos that I actually have actually represents Robin Hood, just how the Robin Hood the character had like the hat with the feathers sticking out.
Oh yeah.
Basically take it from the rich and give it to the poor.
Yeah.
So I'm not robbing anybody or anything. I'm not stealing anything, but it's more so about taking this information I'm learning about crypto and just other things in life and giving it to the poor, giving it to the disenfranchised, giving it to the people that are underserved, that don't have access to information. So it's I got a lot of symbolism going on, you know.
And you know, if you are rich, there's nothing wrong with taking from the rich and giving to the poor. You know, a lot of times there's all these mental traps we're given to keep us from doing things and make us feel guilty. But I mean, from rich to poor, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the issue is taking from other people. And if you think about it, that's how a lot of people, at least in our country, became rich, which is why we associate rich with something negative, which it doesn't have to be. But when riches come from slavery and exploitation and unwilling work behind people's back, that's the issue. But when you talk about just taking from someone with resources, especially if it's yourself and your community, and giving to those who are less fortunate, that's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate you taking the time to to connect us to that value and really do it. Because again, Robinhood's a great story. Crypto is even a great story to be real, because for most people, it's still just a story. But what we're actually doing with these concepts, right? How they're actually playing out. You can do these in healthy, not dysfunctional ways. And you're an example of that.
Fact. That's a fact.
Hey, I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I agree. Slavery was one of the first and biggest forms of capitalism we had in America. And that was basically free labor. People got rich off free labor. But yeah, like I said, I think now we're in the digital age. We're in the data age. I feel like the most power you can get is learning. It's not more so about what you can do physically; it's what you can do mentally, and passing that information on to the poor. Like I said, people that don't have access to certain information. So yeah.
But that's why it's important who controls the digital information, though. That's why they're already trying to shut some of that stuff down, net neutrality and all that sort of stuff that's going on. I mean, the internet used to be totally free, for the, and yeah, they're trying to cut all that down. But yeah, that's one hope I see of blockchain, is cutting through that. Whether there's going to be a way that they're going to be able to fight and try and, block the blockchain or try and feed it in different ways, I don't know.
I mean, that would be one of the only things that they can do, is try to find ways to, knock it off or disrupt it. You know what I mean? Because blockchain is already on its own disrupting the system that's in place, already. Yeah. And look at how we can utilize it to do things on our own.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of negative stories about crypto in the UK press. A lot of bad hype, if you like. So people are very suspicious of it over here. Okay. I don't know if it's more positive in America, but there's definitely, an attitude of what is this stuff? People don't understand it yet.
No, it's definitely more.
You've actually been through, just from this conversation, to bring it back to you personally. You, from what I know of your story and your biography on your website and your videos, you've seen a full gamut, the full scope of poverty, homelessness, to wealth, intellectual wealth as well, which you often speak of, sharing information with people. What is your goal now? How have you struck in that balance? Some people who've been through poverty have like this dysfunctional relationship to money, where they feel like they can't identify as a wealthy person, or some wealthy people again feel like they can't relate to the broke mofo, so to speak. They're very identity based in a dysfunctional way. You seem to be someone who has respect for humanity, and it's more about what you can do to serve. Can you talk a little bit about the philosophy you've arrived at and how it actually plays out and how you run your business, connect to people?
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like the biggest form of success is peace. Like, if you don't have peace, you really don't have anything. So I don't attach any type of success to any type of material things, obviously money or anything like that. I always feel like peace is the ultimate success. But yeah, I mean, right now, I live as a minimalist. I don't have any art on the wall. I don't have any furniture besides the chair I'm sitting in and the table I have this laptop on. Like, it was kind of difficult at first because, let me take that back. It wasn't difficult too much because obviously being homeless, you don't have nothing. So after, I discovered crypto, after I came back to St. Louis from LA, which was where I was actually homeless at, I basically was starting from the bottom. And, I was living with my aunt. She gave me a place to stay. I was paying her about $300 a month. I found a job. I was able to save a lot of, I was actually able to save about 60% of all of my paychecks from my job, which I used to invest into the stock market. And, I took like an introductory finance class. From that point on, I learned about crypto. This is like 2015. I learned about crypto and I started learning about Bitcoin in particular. And, I went heavy. I went real heavy with Bitcoin. And I mean, long story short, that ultimately led me to where I am today, just kind of using my knowledge from crypto and also, everything I earned from just Bitcoin rising up. And just from having nothing, just starting from having nothing, you know, coming back to St. Louis, I kind of just stayed that way. So like I said, I live as a minimalist. I try to free my mind from a lot of outside things. And it's helped me concentrate on who I am as a person. It helped me learn more about myself because, you know, a lot of people have identities and egos that are attached to, you know, their cars, their jobs. At the end of the day, who are you? Without the car, without the job, without the girl, you know, who are you? And just living in the space with just 4 empty walls. I sleep on the floor, on the mattress. You know, I really literally have nothing. I have like 2 dishes. I have a cup and a plate.
Wow.
You know, I don't even keep food in my fridge. I go to the grocery store like 4 times a week. I don't even keep much food in my refrigerator. A lot of people probably see that on Instagram. So I kind of just want to figure out who I am because not only was I homeless, I have a lot of friends that were incarcerated at one point in their lives for a number of years.
Right.
And we all say the same thing, even though they were tough situations, they were also blessings at the same time because it allowed you to get away from that hustle and bustle of life. Like I said, everybody, you know, has a job or a car or a certain thing that they're just attached to and they identify with that and they've made that their identity attached to those things. But when you're locked away by yourself,
we're all educators in some way, everyone on this call. And so like, you know, this crypto community, especially Musicoin, has a lot of people who are interested, reading, researching, as well as music, right? Technology, you call it artists, nerds, hood, all mixed together.
Right.
But I'm teaching a course now called Myth, making it full-time, where I coach artists who are kind of like, you're talented, you've been paid, but you haven't figured out how to make it sustainable yet. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I often try to remind people is that all this stuff that you're doing, I'm too busy to do this, I don't have time for a lot of times it's that extra few plates and cups, right? And that extra car and that extra, I often wonder how to tell people that just having extra things doesn't mean you have extra value. Having extra things on your to-do list doesn't mean you're actually doing things. And I caution people against saying I'm doing a lot when it's busy work. I like to tell people, when you tell me you're doing a lot, only count doing if it's towards who you are and the life you want to have. You know, if you were catching up on 10 different episodes of a movie or television show, you can't diss people for that because people are interested in TV and video for their own reasons. Somebody might be into sociology, right? So it's really not about dissing people. But if you're not into what someone else is into and you're still doing all these things that look cool to other people, how I'm often really wondered at how we start to remind people that you're not doing anything of value if you first don't know what's valuable to you, right? And then 2, if you're not keeping yourself in check, that you just might be caught up in things that look good.
Mm.
Yeah. And, you know, I feel self-discovery is something I feel like everybody should be able to go through, just so you can figure out, you know, what do I really value? Because like you said, some people, you know, interested in different things, and some people just try to perceive their value as from what they see on TV, what other people are doing. So self-discovery, and that goes back to my point that I was making earlier. Like the friends that I had were incarcerated, homeless as well as I was. You know, we were able to disattach ourselves from different things that go on in society, the hustle and bustle of life. And when we had that breakaway, that allowed us to, you know, do some self-discovery and really just figure things out, you know.
Now, when you speak about your friends and things of that nature, like also, you know, I see in your bio that you have a top 10 Billboard, album, you have features with a few collaborations with, high profile people. And, you mentioned that you were the producer of Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Pop, Lock, and Drop It. Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
You know what? I was a part of that team. I didn't actually do the instrumentation for that, but one of my guys did. It was 3 of us on the team, but one of my guys in particular did the majority of the production of that.
Nice. So you were a part of the team, and that was a successful moment, like that you.
I mean, that
of
was
your life,
huge.
right? Because that was a huge song. I don't.
Yeah.
Hold
I mean,
on,
let me
y'all.
give the
Y'all
viewers a little
listening,
bit of.
viewers, hit us in the comments if you know what that means.
Yeah, let's
Draggy is
right
a
here.
mega hit.
Mega hit.
It's so big. I heard there was a girl rapping on the radio. I was at a radio show last night, and on the way back, this girl was referencing Pop, Lock, and Drop It in her rap song. It's like a pop reference.
This is the song right here. This is the Pop, Lock, and Drop It. This was a hit back in what, 2007?
Yeah, it was like 2006, 2007. Yep.
2006,
Everybody
2007.
know that song.
I mean, now.
Yo, Neil, were y'all pop locking, dropping it over there on the other side in England?
I was pop locking in the 80s, mate. Like, you know.
They were doing a real pop locking.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I told you I've got an 808 down there. I mean, yeah, you know, talking about possessions, but if you want some real pop locking, I'll bung the 808 on and turn up the bass.
Yeah, we do
They were playing some Zapp and Roger, you know, Roger Troutman, you know.
Yeah, that's the real. Yeah. No, man. Yeah.
He said, "Oh, that's a whole different pop lock."
Yeah,
It's kind of,
you know. But your
locking, man.
success there, you know, was industry success. That was materialism and things of that nature. And there was, I guess you would say you learned from that to also help you start practicing minimalism too, right?
Yeah, you know what? It was really behind the scenes stuff that I was going through, just seeing, you know, the nature of people when it comes to greed. You know, the music industry, it still has that representation of being a wild, wild west. And it you know, it's still like that after all these decades. It's still like that. And, you know, like I said, that's not me as a person. I don't feel like I would really, flourish in that type of environment based on my personality. I'm still very much like an introvert or ambivert, you know, and
I love you, man. I just learned that word this week. I just realized I'm an ambivert this week. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ambivert. It's not just two things.
You're right. We don't live in a binary world. There's some gray areas somewhere, you know.
I guess I fit in that middle too. Then.
There's a lot of ands and boths.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that then, ambivert?
Yeah, please break that down because this is my first time hearing it.
I mean,
this dude is brilliant.
Hey.
We got another great Musicoin guest. This type of guest you don't get on pop radio. You heard me?
Man, essentially, it's just a mix between the two. Yeah. And, you know, also just to clarify what I believe an introvert is a lot of people think an introvert is a shy person, which is not necessarily true. It's a person that really is in tune with their energy. You know, they don't always want to be around, you know, just so many different type of people with different energies. We like to stay focused and find an energy we can really focus on. So it's usually like a smaller group of people or just a group of our intimate setting. So, you know, I'm that type of person, but dealing in the music industry, man, it's like pick your poison. Like everybody's coming with a poison. You just gotta filter out, you know.
But I gotta challenge you too, because
go ahead.
You know, a lot of times when people have a wealth of mind and a wealth of spirit, we tend to downplay ourselves to a degree, and we tend to like give others more credit than they've shown sometimes. And I do believe everyone has potential and everyone contributes, but I don't believe everyone's always using it, right? So when you say the music industry after all these decades is still very much a wild west, I would challenge you and say, well, so is blockchain, so is crypto, if not even more, right?
Oh, yeah, that is the gold rush as well, yeah.
Right, so how that relates to you is this, and this would be my challenge. If you're able to exist in this space of crypto, being a wild west, but still have morals and principles and find your niche, then can people do that in the music industry? And if so, what were some of the things, just to get deeper, that you did not like? What are some of the worst practices that you saw going on in the music industry, and how can we look out for those in music and in crypto and make sure, like with Musicoin, that we don't start to follow that same model, because it's possible.
Right. Well, first, I don't want to seem like I'm speaking on any type of higher ground. You know, I don't feel like I'm, you know, above anybody else by making all these comments I made. But one thing I will say about crypto in general that I like, if I had to compare this with the music industry, is decentralized. You know, you're not dealing with a lot of central authorities. You're not dealing with a lot of middlemen. Thus, you know, you're not meeting all these different types of people that may screw you over, whatever. But I will say in the music industry, you know, it's the typical thing. You know, I've seen the typical thing like, you know, sexual favors and, you know, people really just bogarting, you know, money out of you somehow with, you know, physically threatening you. I mean, it's real. It's really real. And, you know, the one of the crazy things was, if you guys are, well, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with old school hip hop, suffice. My cousin, he's a member of the Far Side. Yeah. So when I was out in LA, you know, he was spitting a lot of game to me, just what they were dealing through behind the scenes. I don't, you know, he hasn't said it publicly, so I won't say it publicly. Just some of the things they went through, but
things that most fans wouldn't expect, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, I don't really know. I really don't know where this attitude comes from. With you know, a lot of people in the music industry feeling, I guess.
Your mic just got better, by the way. Thank you.
Okay, great. I don't know what happened, but cool. But yeah, I mean, let me see. For me in particular, it was always about money. You know, somebody trying to cheat me out of money, and it's partly my fault of not having the right lawyers and attorneys around. But, you know, people will step over you. You know, if you don't have the knowledge, you know, if you don't know the legal jargon, people will use that to an advantage and step over you. So, I mean, I can't say it's, you know, it's everybody else's fault but mine. You know, it is, I am holding responsibility for myself as well. Yeah. But, you know, it's business is business, you know, and you just gotta, you know, every industry has their vice. You know, every industry has, like, you know, something to look out for. And I think the music industry, I won't say I'm not in it. I still deal with a lot of artists. I actually got some placements coming up this year. So I'm not out of the music industry.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. It seemed like, and you don't, and for him to say that again, Pope?
He's just in his own space in the music industry. He knows where to position himself for business, you know, because you're a producer.
To me, I was gonna say, to me, it's the key. It's like you run your own business. You know, you can moan about it all you want, but, you know, I grew up to end of the punk era and like then come through rave and all that sort of stuff. The whole attitude there was fuck the mainstream music business. Do it yourself. Put it out yourself. You know, and this is to me, it's the interesting thing on the crypto. I don't know whether that will survive, and maybe the mainstream, you know, business will co-op it. They could well do, but that's what's interesting about it for me. Do it yourself. Yeah. Don't moan about it. Just do it yourself. You know. Sounds like, you know, that's what you're doing, man. You know.
Most def. Now we got about
your sound dropped out again, bro.
Yeah, your sound dropped out. Lost him on the sound. I don't know what happened. But before,
there was that one moment where his voice got golden.
Yeah.
What happened there? It was like, I'm here.
We got about like 5 more minutes. So, you know, I mean, I want to be able to wrap it up with him, and I still can't hear him yet, though.
I gotta ask him one more question, which is, does he know Souls of Mischief and Hieroglyphics? And is there a possibility that collab will happen? Get a DJsNeverEndingStory beat on the Souls of Mischief vocals.
Mic check. Nope, we don't got him yet.
Oh man.
Dang, man,
he got the minimalist sound card.
Yeah, it's like Never Heard Story at the moment.
The Never Heard Story. we was so good in it.
It was going so good. It was like the best interview.
Oh man.
You know what it was when we started talking about how when Neil started talking about how he doesn't want the powers that be to take over.
I know, they've conspiracy, man. It's conspiracy.
It was way too positive over here, right?
It's Elon Musk has pulled the plug, mate. He spoke to what's his name? Who runs Jeff Bezos? Yeah, they're like,
you want to try to come out and come back in, or that button? There's like an arrow right next to your speaker where your speaker. You can mess with the settings there.
You on a Linux?
Yeah.
he's gone, man.
He'll come back in. Well,
so
while
let's
he
talk
does
about
that,
the artists.
yeah, while he does that, yeah, let's definitely talk about the artist of the week. Make sure everybody go and place your vote.
Who are our artists of the week?
Our artist of the week is Scotty Chums.
Scotty Chums.
Sergio Wallgood.
Sergio Wallgood.
Fist to Fate.
Fist to Fate.
Samuel L. Jackson. So I'm playing. Samuel Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. He's still
That's
going,
even
man.
more
God bless
amazing.
him.
Wait,
He's
how
nothing
Samuel
too,
Davis
but he's still
Jr.?
going. Yeah,
Does Mr. Vojangles know about this?
yeah, I know, man.
What's going on there?
Mr. Vojangles, you notice that the mascot of Volareo is called Mr. Vojangles, and now we got Samuel Davis Jr.
Jr.
Right, Pop, did we hear you pronounce the last name? Because I
Oh
can
yeah, I'm. You ready
Come
for
on,
this
then,
one?
we'll leave it to you, guys.
You ready?
Take it away.
Gianpaolo Scastoscars.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yo,
I'd like
I'm
to-
gonna tip
I'd
that
like to
person.
apologise on behalf of MC Plays to the people of Italy. I'm really sorry.
Go place
Really?
your vote.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
really sorry.
I'm gonna go tip Gianpaolo just for having the butchering of your name on our show. I'm gonna go give that person a tip right now.
But yeah,
Go
we
place
need
your
to
vote
give him some
in the
music coin. He needs some music coin just for that.
The comments just gonna say sorry, bro.
Sorry, here's 10 music coins. I'm sorry. You won't have any music coins left, Pup.
I won't. Because I do this every week.
Yo, am I back?
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
He's back
Okay,
at
cool,
it.
cool.
Oh, you sound clearer than ever right now too.
Nice.
So let's get you before we go. We wanna know, what you got coming up. You have another podcast coming up on Musicoin that you'll be uploading on Musicoin, and do you have what you'll be doing utilizing Musicoin?
Well, first I want to say this because I was able to hear you guys talking. I know you couldn't hear me, but I was able to hear you guys. I have talked to a few mainstream people.
Dope.
Now I don't think they've joined anything like Musicoin or any other platform, but they're definitely interested. I've been talking to these people, trying to convince them, trying to persuade them. They're really interested. So be on the lookout for some big names coming in, which I think will help, propel Musicoin, in popularity or whatever. But yeah, for the people, I've actually started to upload like segments of my podcast on Musicoin. I can't upload the whole thing because I don't own the copyright to all the music, just trying to abide by those rules. But yeah, people can start checking it out. I think I got up to like 5 episodes uploaded now on Musicoin. Nice. Yeah, and I'm up to like 17 on the regular broadcast on the Bitcoin Podcast Network. So I'm gonna just keep uploading, give people the chance to hear what I'm talking about. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you're one of the first people to be uploading a full podcast on the site.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the first Musicoin podcasts that we able to highlight, I mean, this is it. Like you launch it, you set it off. Hey, and this episode is titled Podcast on Musicoin. You know what I'm saying? Like now that you open up the door for podcasts, for people that do podcasts, like, I could upload it on Musicoin and get paid per stream.
Yeah, I was telling some people, when it comes to audio, you don't have to just think music, podcasts are good. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a lot more people coming now.
Most definitely.
By the way, I want to shout out the artist of the week from this last week, Ralph D. Congratulations, salute.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the artist of the week from last week.
Also, shout out to DJ Dark Storm, who does a lot, who participated in the past. Shout out to Lethal Skills, who was also another excellent guest. I mean, so far we just having some excellent guests. Shout out to Nick, of course, the founder of Volareo. We are coming with some amazing mental, spiritual star power on the show, like people with integrity, you know, that you could really serve as a model of being yourself and still growing. Not having to sacrifice your principles to grow.
Hey, and we have, you know, one of them amazing guests right here on the show. Shout out to this brother right here. You definitely brought that energy, you know, you brought that positive energy, that enlightened energy to the show today. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you coming on the show today, man.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, no, this was a great.
Good to get you on another time with a stronger signal, man, because I think we could have gone a lot deeper in certain things if we had to.
You know what? I got this laptop. I really think it's like a burner laptop. I got it just to do some clerical work, but I'm gonna have to get some more high quality, man. I'm gonna have to get something better than this, you know, so I could come back and really chop it up with you guys.
Exactly. I know you're minimal, but sort your Wi-Fi out. Yeah.
That's right. There's a difference between a minimalist and a nihilist.
Right.
The minimum necessary. The minimum necessary, but not less. But I want to give you the same challenge that we gave to DJ Lethal Skills, which is, as a producer on Musicoin, one of the ways that people can interact with each other is outside of all those problematic, dysfunctional relationships in the industry, right? So one challenge I would propose to you is, if you have a beat already, or if you take, like, you know, the minimal amount of time to cook up a beat, would you take on the challenge of posting a beat on Musicoin that other artists can download and submit put their rap on it, or their singing, or add their instrumentation or whatever, and then they would add that to their page, give you 50% of the automatic smart contract, keep 50% for themselves, and make it a new collaboration without any middleman or any industry, or without any record labels involved. And if you say no, it's okay. It's just a new thing we're challenging people to do.
No, I agree to that. And not only on top of that, I'll put it on my show. So
wow, what? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
So so what's your make sure we get your name right now is DJs Never Ending Story.
Right.
On Musicoin. DJs Never Ending Story on Musicoin.
Right.
No apostrophe, it's implied.
Beat that he uploads, so you can write your song to it, get in touch with him, make that exchange, and really set off these collaborations. That's a great challenge right there.
That's
right.
Matter
of fact, I'll start uploading those beats this week, because I have like an archive of beats that I've been putting on YouTube. You know what? I just start putting it on Musicoin as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Game time. That's what's up. We got
go right here. DJs Never Ending Story 171. Boom. 172.
Hey.
That's what you do.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, he's got the first 5 episodes here already.
Yeah.
Okay. He's also got some tracks. There's a track that I listen to every day on Musicoin on my playlist called Breathe. So this right here might go a lot nicely with that mix, if it's that kind of vibe. But check it out. Let's continue to support each other in a way that supports ourselves, and get out of the us versus them paradigm. And DJs Never Ending Story is a brilliant model of that. Thank you for being.
Hey, I really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for coming on the show, brother. I appreciate it.
Nice connection.
We got to get you back. We definitely got to get you back with the
Let's get you back with a stronger line, because I had a feeling we could have gone right deeper. You know, we went a bit deep, but I think we could have gone deeper. And this is what we want in this show. Yeah. So let's have you on again, man. And let's go into it. Yeah.
Word.
I'm with it.
All right, man.
All right.
Yeah,
peace,
man.
Brother. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Easy.
Woo! Yeah, you said it. You said it. Self-suffice. We bring people on here with integrity, that's actually doing things, like that's actually have the mind set to what really want to bring different changes and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Amazing.
Our second season
lock and drop it.
popping. Our second season is popping. This season is popping. If you like this episode, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share it. We bring in integrity to the blockchain. To
I see 173. Somebody else just followed them.
There you go.
That was me. That was me.
There we
That was
go.
me. That was me. Yeah, just saying.
Control awareness. You got any last words for the family?
No, man. Just like, just we'll see you next week, innit? We'll see you next week.
Yo, who kept that Donald Trump baby blimp? Let me borrow that.
Oh yeah. I think it's still floating about somewhere.
Shout out to David Williams, said that I'm listening to the Breathe track right now. Fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was going to say when he was talking about Robin Hood, actually, I was going to say we had the sheriff of Nottingham coming over from the US. Yeah. So that'd be Donald Trump. Yeah. Take him from the poor, give him to the rich.
Self-suffice, you got any last words for the family?
I always have words, but let me just say we do this every week at 2 p.m. Make sure you vote. What do you think? $89 will be
not 2 p.m. where I am. It's not 2 p.m. where I am.
2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's not all about you. It's not all about just America, yeah? Yeah. There's other time zones, mate. Yeah. No. 7 p.m. London time. South London. 7 p.m. in South London.
South London.
Yeah.
More freakers.
Yeah.
All you blokes out there understand me. 7 p.m. South London time.
Yeah.
What will Musicoin's value be equivalent to $89 US?
Take a guess.
Next week,
leave it in the chat.
2 p.m. South London time.
Leave it in the chat.
2 p.m. East Coast American time.
Yeah.
And this time, whoever's closest gets it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's run
you're going to date with self-suffice. Yeah.
And with that being said, family, we is out. See you next week.
See ya.
MC.
Weirdness. Control weirdness.
Right.